So what's going on, guys? This is Somji here. Excited to have you here today. I'm joined by my co-host, Alaina, and we're going to go through our 3 steps on exactly how we were able to sponsor 297 people. 247, and I can't keep up with the number. It's grown by a few since the other day. We're going to share exactly how we've been able to do that using a simple 3-step process. And we've been able to do this all on social media, from our laptops, from our phones, without bugging Uncle Margaret, without Auntie Margaret, without bugging Uncle Bob. And we've been able to do this all while traveling the world as well. That is the beauty of building a business nowadays. We don't need to be stuck in the same place. We don't need to be doing the home meetings. We don't need to be in one physical place. We can do this from wherever we are. So if you do home meetings and you enjoy that, that's totally cool. Not really my jam. And I'm going to show you a different way today, exactly how we've been able to do this pretty much all on social media. So if you're here today, actually, first thing I want to cover, we all have these phones. If you can just turn it onto mute, shut down Facebook, shut down Skype. I know we're all social people. I really want you to pay attention here for the next hour or so that we're going to be on, because what we're sharing with you is stuff that you can take advantage of and go and implement into your business right away, right after the webinar, to start getting the results that we've been getting as well. So I'm just going to give a little background on myself first, so you know who I am and why you should listen to me, and I'll give a background on my co-host as well. So like I said, my name is Somji. I've been full-time in this industry for going on 3 years now, and I've been in the industry itself for almost 10. First 6 years, I struggled badly. Then I came onto social media, started building online, struggled a bit at the beginning. And in the last 18 months, I've been able to radically transform my business, go from 0 to 6 figures, speaking on stage. And if any of you know me on Facebook, you'll see the kind of engagement I get and the kind of following I get for people wanting to come and work with me.
Well, I'm going to work on my list of all the things I'm good at. I did write what I'm going to do blog, or not necessarily blogs, but videos on this week. So I will keep.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't manage to get the muting as people are jumping on. So just as you do come on, if you could just please mute yourselves and just chuck any questions or anything into the chat and we will get to those. But where was I? So I was saying, but I've been able to build up that kind of business for myself. I was a full-time corporate employee before, working in the oil and gas industry. And now I do this full-time, traveling the world, building my business online. So if you're not connected with me on Facebook already, I encourage you, come over and feel free to connect with me. I'd love to connect with you over there. And you'll see, I'm not going to bring up the whole slides and everything. I'm more of a casual kind of person here. So we're just gonna kind of chat. And if you know me on Facebook, you'll see I was recently speaking on stage at an industry event about how to build your business on social media, collected an award over there. So that's a little bit about me. Now I'll turn it over to Alaina. I'll let her give a little bit of background on herself. Take it away.
Okay, and my name is Alaina Ostrovska. I have a really tough last name to pronounce. Some people call me Jelena, but I mean in Russian it is Alaina. You can probably hear the accent. And I've been in the network marketing industry for a little over 4 years. And the first 2 years, it's just been a massive struggle. I had no idea what I was doing. And I was too Russian to pretty much do anything. I couldn't do any videos, let alone webinars. So the last, I would say 18 months, maybe like 20 months has really been, breakthrough for me, because I really understood the principles that we're about to teach on this training. Because in the past, I used to scam people. I used to send copy and paste messages. I have never done home meetings, so, don't ask me how to do those because I have no idea. So we're just building a business using social media and, various online marketing strategies that don't require you to, even get out of your house if you don't want to. So, at the recent event, I was also speaking, and I was speaking around Facebook advertising, which, we're not really going to cover today. But also collected an award, and been traveling quite a bit, and as you can probably see, I'm pretty young, so I'm 22 years old, and just over the last 2 years, was able to build a business that doesn't build something that lets me control my life and my future, so I don't have to go to college. So that was, I guess, one of my motivations to really build that business.
All right, beautiful. Thanks for that intro, Alaina. And if any of you guys aren't connected with her, you can probably see her name here. Go over and connect with her on Facebook as well. So really quickly, just want to touch on, before we get started, who is this webinar for and who is it not for? Now, if you're here because you're looking for a better way, that's the reason you're most likely here. You're looking for a better way to build your business. You're looking for a way that you don't have to maybe spam your friends and family. You don't have to be doing home parties. Maybe you've been building online and you just haven't found the right method to work. Maybe you haven't found the way that you want to do it. And maybe you just want to do some more automation. Maybe you don't want to be spending all day down at the coffee shop, but maybe you want to spend more time at home with your family and be able to work this from your laptop, from your phone, or like I do, traveling a few months out of the year. If that's the reason, then you're in the right place. Now, who is this webinar not for? If you're looking for a silver magic bullet, if you're looking for something that you're going to plug into something and make $1 million, this is probably not the right place. Not the right place to buy a lottery ticket. But I think we're all in the right place.
Okay, I think you need to mute Angela because there's echo.
Yep, I'm just seeing that. Yeah. Just give me a sec, guys. This is the beauty of live video. Who did you say it was from, Alaina?
Angela.
Angela. Okay.
Sorry, technical hurt.
I'm not seeing Angela's thing.
Is it the very scroll to the bottom?
Angela, if you could help, I would love you forever. Got it. All right, back on track. Okay, beautiful. So we're in the right place here. So those are some of the frustrations home business owners face. Going to a coffee shop every day, doing home parties. And let me tell you, it's not the kind of case where you can just meet somebody at a coffee shop once a week. If you actually want to build this business online full time, as opposed to the coffee shop, it's a lot different. If you want to do it the old school way, yeah, you need to be doing your coffee meetings pretty much once a day, which is, an hour there, half an hour to get there, half an hour to get back. It's about 2 hours a day on top of everything else. So we're going to show you exactly how to do this now online using our 3-step process. So our 3-step process can be done on social media, which is where we've implemented it. And the first step of that process, I want you to grab a pen and paper. If you don't have one, just jot this down. Maybe you want to type it. But the first step is to build an audience. Build an audience. So I want you to write that down. Now, what does an audience mean? Because most of the time, our uplines or whoever's brought us into network marketing has told us, well, everybody's your audience. Everybody has skin, so they all want your skincare. Everybody has cells, so they all want your supplements. Everybody wants your essential oils. Everybody wants your hair care products. Everybody wants your wearable technology. And that is not the case. Everybody is not your audience. Sure, in perspective, we could think about it like that, but to give you an example, if you're selling steaks, vegan people are not your audience. Vegetarians are not your audience. Just like in our companies that we've mentioned here, skincare, somebody who doesn't really give a damn about skincare is probably not your target market. It makes a lot more sense to build an audience of people who already want your products and already want to join network marketing, or people who want to buy skincare products. That makes a lot more sense to me. So if you agree, drop that down in the chat and let me know if you've ever faced those kind of frustrations where you just pitch your products to everybody thinking everybody can benefit from them. So creating an audience, that is the first step. And Alaina, did you want to say something really quickly about that?
Yeah, so I think we have to also get into, how do you build an audience? Because I say the question in the chat. So there's various different methods how you can build an audience. First of all, you have to really choose one social media platform. A lot of people, they say you can choose 2 or 3. I personally believe in, building really one audience in the beginning. I'm sure Kate's probably going to agree with that, because not everyone has 25 hours a day. Okay, so some people are building, their business in like 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day. If you have, kids, family, job, all the other, duties and responsibilities. So you will have to pick one platform in the beginning. Down the line, yes, you can add some, but you have to focus and be willing to say no to certain things. Like if somebody's telling you to build it on Twitter, but you're focusing on Facebook, you have to say no to that training about Twitter and, put all of your attention on Facebook. So, and then it's okay. Do you want to get into like, how do you actually build an audience and get into like some strategies?
Absolutely. So I see the chat blowing up. Everybody's saying, yes, they agree, build an audience. And now the question is, how do you build that audience? And that's exactly why you're here today. So to build that audience, you need to think, who are the people that are most likely to buy your products? I'll give you an example, not even related to network marketing. I buy a lot of shoes. Some of you know this about me. I buy a lot of shoes. I have hundreds of pairs. So when the new Nike trainers come out or the new Jordans, who is a more likely customer? Me, having bought hundreds in the past, or somebody who's never owned a pair before? It makes a lot more sense to market to the people who are in one of two target markets. Either they are already purchasing your products or service, or something similar. So, me buying shoes, I might buy other shoes. If you're selling supplements, people who buy other supplements, they already buy into the fact that they need these things. They already pre-sold on it. So that is one type of audience, people who are already buying something in the niche that you're offering. And the second type of audience is people who are actively looking for it. So instead of pitching your network marketing business to people who don't care about recruiting people, and they don't care about compensation plans, and they don't care about working from home, you could find a targeted group of people who actually want to start network marketing businesses. And yes, I get people messaging me saying, Kay, I see what you do. I want to learn how to start an MLM. You could find people who maybe they don't know that it's network marketing, but they want to start some kind of home business. They're looking for something bigger and better. They're looking for a different life plan than just a 9 to 5 and what they're currently doing. So those are the kind of audiences you want to build up, and write those down. Either people who are already purchasing the products or services that you offer, or people who are actively looking for those products or services, whether that be your product or whether that be the network marketing business model.
Yeah, guys, if we really get into specifics, so let's say you're selling, for example, you're into some kind of, I don't know, like supplements or weight loss or a fitness program, and really think about where do your perfect customers are already hanging out, and really understand, there's two different categories of people. Number one, the one who wants to start a business, and number two, the one who is just looking to lose some weight, and then down the line, that person could become a business builder. They enjoy the product. So let's say if we talk about Facebook, there's hundreds of different Facebook groups that are devoted to weight loss. And I'm not talking about spammy groups where people just like throw their links all over the place. I'm talking about the groups, and you have to do some digging to find them, like that are, for your particular niche. You can find groups that are, that are actually highly valuable, where you can interact and actually have a conversation with people. Because, yes, there's not a lot of them, but there's plenty. And there's, with, hundreds and even thousands of people there where you can go answer questions, where you can go and, provide some help. There's fan pages. Let's say if you're into fitness, you probably want to follow somebody like Chalene Johnson and be social on her fan page. Okay, so start leaving comments, start interacting with people. Then another example might be Danette May. So I just keep seeing her Facebook ads. So she might be a good example for you to follow. And, really get into those audiences, follow the fan pages and interact with the fan pages where your perfect customers are already hanging out at. And the same thing applies to the other audience, which is, potential business builders. They're probably hanging out somewhere like Eric Worre, or they're into, personal development. So if somebody's into personal development, generally, they're really open to some kind of business. They may not know about network marketing, but, they may find out about it from you.
Absolutely. So Yelena just gave away a few really key points right there about where to find your target audience. So people who are if you're targeting people for your network marketing opportunity, your best prospects are going to be people who are looking for businesses or existing network marketers, existing home business owners. And I'm not going to tell you to just go and add all of them, because this is the mistake that most people make. They think, well, I'm just going to add every network marketer out there. And they're going to be good. They're going to be a good fit. That's not the case. So what we're going to do, if you stay right till the end, we are going to give you a few extra tips and show you exactly how you can target those people and how you can actually get them to come and join you. Because it's not as simple as just adding every single network marketer or adding everybody in a health and wellness group. There are other strategies that you need to implement as well to get those people to know, like, and trust you, to get them to see you as an authority, and to make it irresistible for them to come and reach out to you and say, hey, I want to come and work with you. So that's what we're going to show you as well later on. So that's the first step about building the audience. As Alaina said already, you do it on one platform, and you need to be very consistent with this. So this can be on your Facebook profile, on a fan page, on any social media. As you see, I choose to do this on my Facebook profile. This is where I recommend people start because it's free, it's good exposure, and wow, the engagement you can get. If any of you have seen my Facebook, like, the engagement can just go insane. It can go crazy. So I recommend that is a really great place to start. So building that audience is key, and you want to be doing it daily. Let me ask you this. If you went to your job and you said, well, I'm going to work 3 days this week and the other 2, I don't feel like it, what would happen? You'd probably get fired. I know all about taking those sick days in my old job days, but you could get fired very quickly. So treat your business not just like a business, treat it like a job, add to that audience every single day. Okay. That is the first step there, building the audience. Alaina, anything you want to add before we move on to step 2?
Yeah, just one thing. So really, like Kay said, you have to get consistent and, really track your numbers. So it's not just about going interacting with groups. It's actually about being proactive in the beginning and reaching out to people yourself and making sure that you don't pitch, don't sell, don't have that commission breath, but really focus on building the relation, just making a friend. You know what I mean? Like go into different, find a commonality with somebody, because it's a lot more fun building a business with friends rather than with just a bunch of strangers that probably are not going to buy anything from you until you actually build up that rapport. So really, track your numbers, maybe use some kind of calendar and reach out to at least like 5 to 10 people for the start. If you can push for something like 20, if you're a hustler, then, you're probably going to grow much faster. So really track your numbers.
And the proof is in the pudding, guys. I mean, we create relationships online, and look how many of us are on this Zoom right now. And chances are we're connected just through Facebook or something online. So it's a beautiful way that you can do business nowadays. So I'm going to move on to the second step. So I hope you have your notes written for that. Second thing to write down is to engage with your audience. Engage. Because after we've added them, we're building that audience of buyers. We're building that audience of people who are looking for what we have. The second step is to engage them. Now, how do you do that? That is the question, because as you add people, it's no good just adding them and then you never say anything to them, or there's nothing up on your profile. It makes absolutely no sense. There's just no point at all then, right? So what we need to do is we need to start engaging that audience. So how do you engage them? You engage them through quality content. Now think about any YouTuber that you follow, or think about any, fitness celebrity or anyone that you follow online. What do? When you follow your favorite YouTuber, they don't just let you add them and then stay there. No, they are putting out new quality content every single day, or at least a few times a week. That's what you need to be doing, because you're not the only person that they're following. They have other people on their friends list or wherever they're following you. You need to stand out as the authority. You need to get them to know, like, and trust you as well. So those are the 4 things I say are key. KLTA. Know, like, trust, authority. You're going to accomplish this by putting engaging content. Stay in front of people, post every day, and you need to give them tips that are actually going to help them. So if somebody is following you and you've connected with them because they want, they're interested in skincare, or they already buy skincare. Now imagine if you put up 3 pieces of content a week, or maybe you started with 1, giving the 3 benefits of skincare, or giving 3 skincare hacks to keep your skin glowing in only 10 minutes a day. You know, a pretty catchy tagline I just came up with there, but something like that. Imagine how many people would want to learn that. Same with in health and wellness. Imagine if you could give people tips to lose 10 pounds this month without going on a Victoria's Secret model diet. You know, feel free to swipe some of those headlines, guys. Feel free to swipe a couple of those. I'm giving those out as freebies here. But don't you think that is going to attract your audience more than somebody saying, hey, come buy my shake. Hey, somebody come buy my skincare. Absolutely. All right. It is going to make them know you, like you, trust you more. And think about this. When you've seen anyone online, maybe these people like Alaina had said, Danette May, Shalene Johnson, maybe some other names you may recognize, Sean T, people like that, Robert Kiyosaki. You know, you see their ads, you see them giving some advice, Tai Lopez, you see them giving some kind of videos first and trainings and things for free. Then when the time comes, who are you more likely to go and buy from? Hint, hint, you're more likely to go and buy from that person. It only makes sense because you've now given value to people without asking for anything in return. That makes you an authority. That makes you, in their mind, you are the authority. You are the Tai Lopez. You are the king or queen of skincare compared to everybody that they know. And people will start following you for it. So engaging your audience is really key. You need to do this on a daily basis. That can be through content, and it can be through just, you know, hitting people up in their messenger inbox, answering their questions, and addressing their concerns.
Yeah, and it's also really important to first of all stay consistent as hell, because here's the deal. You know, for me personally, you know, sometimes like I don't know somebody online. For example, I don't know, let's say take, I don't know, Eric Worre. Like 4 years ago, I didn't really know him. And then I started seeing ads all over the place. And then I bought his book. And I was like, oh, I keep seeing this guy. Like, looks like he has a good book, so I may want to read it. So you have to constantly stay on top of your prospect's mind, on top of your audience's mind, so they don't forget about you. Because, you know, the moment you become inconsistent is the moment you have to then start all over. And starting all over to re-engage with your audience, to start rebuilding that, it is going to be really difficult. So you really have to get in the, I guess, get in the zone and just, you know, focus on creating and pumping out that content every single day, at least, you know, at least once a day. You know, ideally like 1 to 3 times a day. You don't need to be posting more than 3 times a day, because Facebook, you know, is kind of like sometimes acting weird and changing algorithms and stuff like that. But posting 3 times a day is, you know, I would say it is enough. And you can post different types of content. It doesn't have to be just business. Since it's your personal profile, I mean, it is going to be your lifestyle. If you're traveling somewhere, you know, Facebook lives from the beach or whatever, or, you know, like riding a horse, like I've done some, you know, fun adventures last month. So share who you are, share your values. Like, you don't have to be, you know, like you shouldn't be posting your products or your, you know, links all over the place, because here's the deal. Like people buy people will buy you first before they buy your product. So they're not just, you know, if you go to Apple and you just buy, you know, like a phone just because you like the company, it is like a different thing. But in network marketing, you know, you probably joined your upline because you first of all connected with your upline, you know, in some way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? So you've built up that relationship and that trust before joining. At least, like, that's how I got started in, you know, in one of the companies I've been before. So, and if you're just posting your company and links all over the place, people are not going to click on them. And even if they will, usually people do go to their best friend Google and figure out, like, is this a scam? Is this a real product? So people Google everything these days. So, and you have to really lead with, like, create more curiosity than resistance. You know, people are going to be resistant if you're just posting your products, because it's not giving any value to, you know, like, you know, to your audience at all. So make sure if you're posting products somehow, or if it's some kind of status update, you are making people curious, and you're basically forcing them to reach out to you and ask you what it is that you're doing.
Yeah, really key points Alaina said there. You know, you need to stay consistent like that, but I'm going to tell you a bit more about exactly why when it comes down to psychology and mindset. So I know some of us, I've been guilty in the past, you know, I'll do a bit of content, I'll post a few, and in terms of content, you can post tips, tricks, hacks, videos. We'll get onto some of that as well at the end. But if you post for a week straight or 2 weeks straight and then you stop, let's say you stop for a week or you stop for a month, what is your prospect thinking? Are they thinking, wow, this business is working for them? Or are they thinking, wow, they must be failing in this business? Feel free to let me know in the chat, because if your business was working for you, you would keep doing it. If you start posting some stuff and then you stop, people are going to assume that this business is not working for you, and nobody wants to work with a failure. Just saying it how it is. So you need to commit and understand that you're going to be doing this every single day or however many times a week that you've set out to, and not just pitching and spamming, because I see Michael's just commented consistency, and Michael will know there's an example of a Facebook group we're both in, and this one lady keeps posting the same old rubbish every single day, her links day after day after day, and everybody knows she's not making a dime. I think everybody just feels sorry for her, right? So really start giving content, giving value. That's what you need to do, right? Really need to start giving content, giving value, and staying consistent. So I'm just going to mute one more up here. There we go. And doing this, daily, giving tips, giving tricks, giving hacks, giving some kind of value to your target market. What keeps them up at night? What are some people's biggest skincare concerns? What keeps people's worrying about their health? What maybe financial worries, whatever niche you're in, what kind of questions do people go to Google for and ask? And you can see that on the autofill. And there's some other strategies for that as well. And keep putting that value in front of your target market. Keep doing it. Keep putting it out there. Again, people will see the consistency. And I'll tell you what, I was doing videos for a good, few months before people really saw me as an authority. You're not going to have that trouble, because Jelena and I, we started from scratch, not knowing what to do. You've got the benefit of what we've been through, so you can start getting results right away. So let me know if there's anything you want to add there on Engage, Alaina, before we move on to the third step.
Yeah, I think you covered it pretty good.
All right, beautiful. Now, the third step. So we had build your audience. You've built an audience of engaged buyers, people who are already buying stuff, people who are actively looking for what you have. Bingo, that's step one. Step two, you've engaged them. Now they know you, they like you, they trust you, they see you as an authority. They're willing to listen to your suggestions and recommendations. Do you think it's just a bit easier now to suggest something to them? You bet it is. It's a lot easier now. So that's what we get onto the third step. And this is where I see a lot of people kind of fall down. They miss the boat on this one. And this is selling to your audience. Let's face it, right? We're in business. We love helping people. We love doing business from home, but we all need to make money, right? We're all here to make money. And I'm sure some of you are here to make some really good incomes. That's why a lot of us got into the home business industry. So now that you have a very qualified person who already wants what you're selling, you simply sell it to them. You simply put an offer in front of them when the time is right. So that doesn't mean that you build an audience and engage them and then spam them. No. That's the wrong thing to do. We build the audience, we engage them, and now we simply put a suggestion in front of them. So let's say your company has an opportunity seminar or opportunity webinar. People who have expressed interest and who have commented on your videos, who have messaged you asking for help, who have said, thank you so much for that tip, trick, or hack. Now you can very simply say to them, hey, I have this. Are you open to checking it out? You can invite people to an online webinar. You can invite people to a local meeting if you have one going on somewhere. You can invite people to check out a video. You can invite them to your own Zoom calls. You can even just invite them to hop on the phone and say, are you open to checking this out? You can even send them a product link, right? When the time is right and when they've expressed that they want it. So I see in the chat, really, really good question. Michael says, how do you know when the time is right to mention your business? The time is right when people have told you that they're looking for it. So there's two different ways. One, if somebody hasn't told you, you can start asking projecting questions. So what is it that you love to do? What would you be doing with your spare time, if you didn't have to work? Oh, you love your job. That's great. What are some of your other hobbies? What are things that you do? Can you see yourself being there forever? What's your 5-year plan? Or for health, hey man, I see you comment on a lot of my videos. Great to see that you are so into health. What kind of things do you take? What kind of goals are you looking to get? I would love to know what some of your goals are. Here's some of mine. You know, you can banter back and forth. And when you build that relationship with people, people will tell you things. They will say, when they see you as that authority, hey man, you know, I'm following some of your tips, but I'm just struggling to lose the weight. Or, you know, I'm really into this healthy lifestyle. I just don't know how to make that first step because I've been so lazy for so long. Or I have 50 pounds to lose. I don't know where to start. Now, too many of us at that point can get the commission breath and we can just, like, you know, pounce on people and like, yes, you know, that's where you need to just kind of keep it cool. And I wait for 3 reasons. When somebody tells me, I'll give you a network marketing example for my opportunity. Kay, you know, I'm trying to do this network marketing thing. It's just not working. I really want to do this online, but I can't figure out how to do it. And, you know, I really wish I could do this online and spend more time with my family and not having to do home meetings. Now they've given me 3 reasons. This could be 3 for skincare, 3 for weight loss, 3 for travel, whatever it is. Now I can come back. Hey, Bob, remember the other day we were talking and you said you wanted to be able to do this online so you could spend more time with your family. You wanted to be able to not get stood up at the coffee shop anymore. And you wanted to be able to, you know, teach your team to build online because they're not interested in home parties. Well, I'll tell you what, man, since you're looking for that, I've got something I'm working on that might really be up your alley. Are you open to taking a look at it? Who is going to say no to that once they've already given you those 3 reasons? Nobody. Once you have those reasons, and that's why it's so important to just not jump the gun. And that is why it's so important to be doing the engage step. When you put out the content and people see you as an authority, they know you, you're likable, they trust you, people will tell you things like this. You can even do this in your videos and stuff. You can give call to actions. Let me know what is one of the main things you struggle with. Just ask people what they're struggling with, and they won't tell you when they're brand new to you. When they don't know you, they'll tell you they're making $1 million a year, everything's great. But as you get to know them, they will open up to you. And I get this on a daily basis. I get people opening up to me, telling me what they're struggling with, and it's very, very simple for me to provide a solution. Hey man, I know you're struggling with you know, losing a bit of weight. Here's something I've been using. Are you open to checking it out? Very simple. So I've kind of rattled on a bit there. I'll let Alaina take the camera there and just share a few tips.
Yeah, and I think this is like, you know, people always like, this is the most common question that Michael asks, you know, when do I, you know, when gosh, how can I say, when is the right time to present whatever it is that you have? I mean, whenever the time is right, like whenever you build the rapport, whenever you build the relationship, and because people are not going to open up to you if you are just, you know, if you just added them as a friend, you know what I mean? So in the beginning, you know, find that person, you make a friend, you keep creating content, which people always say, well, what's more important, prospecting or marketing? Both are equally important. At least that's what I personally think, because you have to be building the audience actively every single day and reaching out to people unless you generate 10, 20 leads from various different, you know, strategies. And then you have to be creating content. So people need to see you as an authority, because when they see your videos, when they see maybe some of your results, or maybe you're sharing somebody else's results, if they see that, you know, if they see you as an authority, it is a whole different conversation. And if they see you just as someone who's, you know, posting their products, they're not going to really open up to you because they just see that you're selling something and you're about to sell them as well. So, but if they see that you're just, I guess, relentlessly creating content and sharing, you know, different, and actually helping people out, let's say for free through live videos and different status updates and stuff like that, then people are a lot more open to, you know, to opening up to you about their struggles and challenges. And then, you know, you're looking to provide, you know, a solution to their problem. So that's really the key when it comes to selling. You're not just selling something for the sake of selling it. You're selling something to the right person who has the struggle and who's looking for the solution.
Mm-hmm. And we've seen this with people who create content, whether they be bloggers, whether they be YouTubers. Maybe they're just people creating content on Facebook. It's, again, a bit of human psychology. When someone sees you over and over and over and over, they pretty much have no choice but to start liking and trusting you. It happens, right? Especially when you're giving them free tips. Why would they not know, like, and trust you? And they have to see you as an authority. The fact is, if you're the one providing all this information and they're not, who's the authority? You are. It's just the way, again, a bit of human psychology and the way it works there. So engaging that audience is so key. Back a step, because Yelena said, people are not going to tell you everything on the first time of meeting you. I'll be quite honest here. When people first meet you on Facebook and you just add them as a friend, they're thinking, well, who the hell are you? They don't know you from a hole in the wall. But let me tell you, if you put up a bunch of useful information that's going to help them out, they're going to start knowing you very quick. They're going to see you in their newsfeed everywhere. They're going to start knowing you. They're going to start liking you and trusting you. And eventually they'll start falling in love with you on social media or on whichever platform you're promoting on. So it's really important to do all three of these steps daily. And this is where I see people miss the boat. Are you building your audience daily? If not, you need to be doing it. You always need new people exposed to you, because some people are just never going to buy from you. That's just the way it is. Some people have already bought from you, and those are your great customers. And some people are just sitting there waiting. They may not be ready yet. So you always need new people in your audience. You need to be engaging every day for the reasons that we just mentioned. Otherwise, people are going to forget who you are. They're going to see you're not consistent. They're going to assume this isn't working for you. And if they don't follow you, let me tell you, they're going to find someone else to follow. That might be me. That might be Alaina. So just letting you guys know there, right? They will find somebody else to follow. And you need to be selling every single day. People aren't just going to come up to you, at least not right away, and say, hey, I want to come and join you. I want to buy. It's not the way it works usually. So you do need to say, well, hey, you know what? Based on what you've told me, I think you may want to take a look at this. Or, hey, remember how you were saying this? Well, I'm working on something that I think could really help you get there. Are you open to taking a look at this? Or once you build up really good rapport with people, hey, man, I'm working on something. You need to take a look at this. Once you've built up really good rapport with people and they see you as that authority again, you can make suggestions like that. So this is why you need to be doing all three of those every single day.
And one thing I want to also point out is, a lot of people, they slack with their consistency. And here's the thing, here's how social media works and, the whole online marketing in general. And I've had it happen like plenty of times. Like you get started in the beginning, it is really, really slow. You have to embrace the fact, that you're starting out, be okay with being, let's say level 0, because that's how we all started out. And then, in the beginning, probably not a lot of people are going to join, in whatever it is that you're doing. But trust me, people are watching. That's why you have to be consistent. Some people are going to join you on day 1. Some people are going to join you a year from now. So you have to, I had recently somebody join me who's been watching me for 3 years. Okay, so some people see your vision and where you're going, and they're wanting to be a part of it. Some people, waiting until you become successful and only then join you. So you have to, really stick to the process and, have that long-term vision that, you know where you're going and you're not quitting.
Yeah, you need to meet people where they're at. I see in the comment, those fence sitters, absolutely right. But some people just not ready to join right away. Some people take a week to look. Some people take a month. Some people are doing other things. Some people are already doing some other diet program that they want to check out before jumping into yours. Just the way it is. So we need to meet people on their own timeline. You may have heard that in this industry. People are on their timeline. We need to meet them on their own timeline. Absolutely. Meet them halfway, right? That's what we're doing here. So you're probably thinking to yourself right now, that sounds really cool. So how exactly do I go around building this audience, engaging this audience, and selling this audience? We've given you some tips here, but obviously we can't explain everything on just a 45 to 60-minute webinar. So I'm going to go into and just explain exactly how we have this laid out for you, what you can take advantage of, and how you can start putting these into place without ever worrying, what am I going to talk about? Where do I find this audience? How do I connect with them? All that. So the first thing we want to do is learn how to post on social media consistently, okay? And post well to get good engagement. So I've told you not to post your company products, not to post your links. In fact, you don't want to have really any reference to your company on your page. Like Alaina said earlier, people can Google it. And if they Google it, it's usually not good news for you or me, right? It's usually bad news. Plus, it encourages curiosity. So we teach you how to post on social media. We've created a social media stardom challenge. which we're going to give you access to. And that teaches you 14 days of posting consistently on social media to get amazing engagement. And that is something you can keep modeling on and on. We also have for you something where we've put this all into the process. We've put this all into action. We teach you how to build your audience, okay? We teach you how to go into groups, how to go into fan pages, how to add people, how to connect with them, the kind of things to say, how to not be a spammy, you know what, how to not piss people off, and how to get people knowing you, liking you, and trusting you. We teach you how to create content, how to create things that your audience actually care about, things that they're going to want to know about, that's going to position you as an authority and get them to know you, like you, and trust you in record time. And what that's going to do at the end of that 30 days, you're going to be generating 2 to 3 red hot laser targeted leads per day, reaching out to you, wanting to come and work with you. And I don't just say red hot laser targeted as some kind of fancy slick sounding stuff. When I say laser targeted, I mean people who know you, like you, trust you, see you as an authority, and want to come and work with you. Those are the kind of people you will get reaching out to you 2 to 3 per day in just 30 days. And we're also going to give you access to our private Facebook group where we do 2 coaching sessions in there every single month. We do them every fortnight or bi-weekly, whatever you prefer to call it. And in addition to that, if that wasn't enough, we're also going to give you 2 30-minute coaching calls, either with Alaina or with me, and you'll get those as well. Now, normally, you can check our websites. We charge $200 per hour for private coaching. So we're also going to give you this as a bonus as well, 2 30-minute one-on-one coaching sessions where we're going to go into your business, really dissect it, find out what's working for you, what's not, what you need to change, and take you from where you are to where you want to go. We are also going to give you, if that wasn't enough, I'm going to give you my blueprint on exactly what I post on Facebook, how I post it, and the times I post it at, to be getting, if any of you see, I get between 50 and 100 comments on Facebook for most things that I put up. And a lot of the time people are asking me in those comments, how can I get that? Please send me a link. How can I join? Hook me up, things like that. So we are going to give you my blueprint on that. We are also going to give you Yelena's blueprint on Facebook ads, which is just going to get you just moving into Facebook ads. It's a little bit beyond the scope of what we've discussed here today, but that's going to take you to the next step. When you've gone through all of this, you can start then, if you want to do Facebook ads, you can start with that as well. And we're also going to integrate this all together in a marketing platform. So some of you may know the system that we use to promote our businesses and the system to really keep this all in check. And that is called My Lead System Pro. Some of you are already using this, some of you aren't. If you are, still stick around. You can still take advantage of these amazing bonuses. And what MLSP has inside of it, you have, capture pages you can create. You have different done-for-you offers, which are already created for you, so you don't have to be the expert right out of the gate. And when you are coming onto things like, if you want to do other strategies like blogging, or you want to do things like Instagram down the line, you have all that stuff included. You have a blog included. You have a, autoresponder integration. Don't worry if that goes over your head a little bit. And you also have a customer relationship manager where you get all of these leads, the leads that you're going to be generating are put in there, systemized by date, where you can email them, you can create different tasks. It's amazing. So before I just go into exactly what the investment is there anything you want to add to that, Alaina? Anything I might have missed out?
No, I think you're all good.
Okay. Yeah, I think I was a bit exhausted with that. So I'm going to just share the screen and I'm going to show you exactly what it is, just so you have it in writing in front of you as well. So on my screen, you should see here, where I have the 14-day social media stardom challenge, which is a $67 value. And when I say values here, guys, these are real numbers that we have been selling these courses and trainings for. So they're not just made up numbers. So that is $67 value, 14 days. We teach you exactly what to post, how to post it, how to appeal to people's psychology, when to post it, how to respond and follow up with people that reply. Project Kiss is $197 value. We've really dived deep into how to build that audience, how to keep building them every single day, how to engage them, what kind of content to post, how to get people reaching out to you, how to sell that audience every single day without coming across as a spammy idiot, how to get people reaching out to you. And then once they do, how to really continue the follow-up as well. We have our private Facebook group with over 145 members in it. You can get access to us and a third musketeer of ours as well, who we haven't, she's not on the call with us, but you get access to her as well. We have people paying $97 a month for that private group. So that's the value you're going to get there. The 2 30-minute one-on-one coaching calls with us, $200 value. We're going to dissect your business, break it down on a personalized level. K&J's Facebook marketing sessions, we've packed these up and, we've been selling these for months. They are absolute gold. People are getting amazing results. And you're getting access to the My Lead System Pro system with all the funnels, all the training, just amazing training in there. And everything we've learned has really come from the system. The custom trainings built for you, $500 a month value right there. So you total that up. I don't think I even totaled it up. But we're looking 5, 7, 9, 960, 1060. You're looking about $1,300 value there, something around that. So actually, I did total it up, $1,255, and the monthly ongoing value of the MLSP system and the Facebook group is $697 a month of value. Your investment today is just $149.97. That is monthly, but you're at no commitment. If you can cancel at any time. So that's what you get. That's your investment. And I'm just going to tell you, for anybody who's getting started right away, let us know in the chat and feel free to reach out. I want you to reach out to whoever invited you to this training. This might be Alaina. This might be myself. Just get back to the person who invited you and we'll get you started with all those bonuses and trainings, coachings. We'll get all that booked in right away and get you off to a fresh start. So anything you want to add there, Yelena?
No, I think the bonuses are sick, especially the 101, because coaching is probably the most valuable thing you can ever get. And I've been paying thousands of dollars for my business coach over the last couple of months. So I know it's definitely made a huge difference for me. And I know it can make a huge difference for you as well. Yeah,
so coaching, absolutely, as Yelena said, it's the key thing. And usually I don't, we charge like $200 an hour, and I generally don't take on many private coaching clients. Throwing this as a bonus because I absolutely believe in all of you guys being here. I believe you're going to achieve that next level. So I want to make this absolutely irresistible offer and do everything I can to stack the odds in your favor. So this is what we're giving here. So just reach out to either of us, whoever invited you through Facebook or through wherever we got a hold of you. I'm just seeing if there's anything else I wanted to mention before we close this down. If there's any questions, chuck them in the chat, feel free. But yeah, I think that is everything there, guys. The last thing I want to say to you, so I'll just stop the screen share, is you're here for some reason or another. You're here because you want to take your business to the next level. You're not happy with the way something's been working. Maybe you've been doing something for months and it's time for a change. Maybe you've been doing things online and you've just not got that breakthrough you've wanted to. And some of you have followed us for a long time and you've seen what we've been able to do in a short amount of time, okay? Now, are you going to continue doing what you're doing and getting the same results, or are you going to change what you're doing and start taking that step in the next direction? Because what you've seen Yelena and I do, it's not like we've taken 20 years to do this. We've done this in the last 18 months, go from pretty much 0 to 6 figures, speaking on stage, getting tons of people reaching out to us on a daily basis. And not only are you going to get the benefit of what we've done, you're going to be able to do it even faster. Because I'll tell you what, we didn't have private coaching when we started this. We didn't have access to a group like what we've put together. We didn't have access to people. When I came in and learned online marketing, the person that I joined to learn online marketing from was nowhere to be found. So I had to pick this all up and put the pieces together myself. thousands of dollars, thousands of hours of training, attending events, just to learn all this stuff. And you're going to get what we've put together right from the beginning. So absolutely amazing value. I'm just answering a couple of questions before we shut it down. Roxanne, yeah, just reach out to me. I think I invited you, so just reach out to me and we'll chat about that. And yeah, anyone who's already in the system, you want to jump on with the training, just reach out to me. Thank you so much for that review, Michael. You know, some people on here have worked with me firsthand. They can tell you absolutely, you know, the value that's here. So I'm just about to shut it down. Thanks very much for joining us. Reach out to us on Facebook. And if you're not connected with either of us, go over on Facebook. We'd love to be connected with you.
Yes, I think we're done. So guys, I hope you got some value and hope you enjoyed the training.
Okay. Take care, guys. Talk soon. Cheers.
Bye.